Hello, magical people. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Meg Moonbeam, and today I'm going to be getting into our weekend astrology horoscope for Friday, November 7th, going into Sunday, November 9th. Hope you are all doing very well. And you guys, if you've watched me for a while, you know I like to keep it as real as possible. I like to be fun, make the astrology fun, share my uh, horoscopes in a light and real way. And I just have to be really honest that I'm feeling a little bit sad right now from some footage that I've just seen of what took place in Canada last night. So, for those of you who don't know, there was 400 ostriches that were killed. I'm going to start crying. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm sorry. Um, I'm just sorry. It's just like Canada is really, really fucked up right now. And I just want to give a moment of love before we get into the astrology to the ostriches and the families that had these ostriches as their family members. So we can just, if you feel like it, you don't have to if you don't want to, but if we could just take a moment just to send some love and some light to these ostriches, to the families, and to Canada. I'm just sending lots of light and love. And I'm just asking Archangel Michael to surround the families that just lost their family members. These ostriches were like family members to these people. And yeah, I'm not going to show you guys the videos or the pictures because it's really graphic, but um yeah, I'm just really taken aback by this today. I'm sorry, I'm crying. I just can't believe it. Yeah, it's really messed up. And I was just talking to Jens before going live that it feels like a dark ritual or something like that. So it's just absolutely disgusting. And I'm sorry, I can't even talk. It's just there's no words. It's just so disgusting. So I just want to send lots of love. The darkness is just, absolutely desperate right now. And there's a huge spiritual attack on Canada right now. And I feel like it doesn't even have, as messed up as it sounds, it doesn't even have to do with the ostriches. This isn't about the ostriches. This is an attack on Canada. It's to further traumatize us. The same week that we've just had so much weird stuff going on in Parliament. I'm going to do a whole another Astrology of Canada video. Probably I don't have time this weekend, but I'll try to do it next week. It's just, yeah, Hermano, it's very symbolic. Let's look up the spiritual meaning of the ostrich. And for those of you who don't know, I don't know if I said this yet, but supposedly the government wanted to kill all those ostriches because there was like a scare of bird flu or something like that, but they were completely healthy ostriches. There was nothing wrong with them. And the government of Canada just went in to a family farm and slaughtered 400. The ostrich totem has much symbolic meaning that is of use to humans. They help the people of the ostrich totem to understand themselves through the traits of the ostrich better. Ostrich totem signifies the ability of social prominence and low times in life. Also, the ostrich buries its head in the sand in shame or stress. The ostrich wants you to know that once you are healed, you will be light. There is no other way. Light heals. Let light in. There is no end of pain. The only lesson through pain is to find the light. Being in pain does not help. Being in stagnant energy does not help. They move forward. They're just these beautiful beings. They're just magical. Ostrich is a wonderful totem for cleaning house, be it a physical home or an emotional one. Ostrich can help you sort out what is no longer useful to you and then letting it go. Ostrich helps you to take ethereal knowledge and apply it to everyday practical life. However, make sure that you take the time to digest this knowledge before thoroughly using it. Ostrich is a protector against harmful psychic or spiritual invasions. Ostrich can tell you when to stand tall and be seen and when to lay low and become invisible. Ostrich can help you link the spiritual realm without getting lost in it. Meditating on its large, well-planted feet will help you ground yourself to the earth, especially if you feel that you are becoming a little flaky or flighty. Lots of love to those beautiful ostrich angels and those beautiful families at the ostrich farm. And just prayers to Canada right now. And it's like, how much are we going to take of this? Gratefully Awake says the ostriches are only the beginning. They're saying there's a chicken farm that now has avian flu in it. Soon they'll come for all the animals. It's their plan. Yeah, they're trying to break our spirit. And, we have to stand up against this because it's just disgusting. And one of the videos I just saw, one of the ladies who own the ostriches said that there's something the ostriches have that can help heal diseases. It can help heal humans. So I don't know about that, but I just heard her say that. So, all of these dark crimes that are happening, the karma is coming. Beth says there have been scientific studies discovering that ostriches produce antibodies that help humans. Yeah. Antibodies in their eggs makes sense. So, attack Mars opposite Uranus. Height, weirdness, agitation, volatility. We're under an attack. Sorry if I sound paranoid, you guys, but this is a spiritual war, and we need to be very grounded right now. And we have to stand up to injustices. Injustices. We can't stand down. We have to speak out about it. We have to support people in our local communities, Uranus and Gemini. If anything like this ever happens, right? Jenny says Saturn is coming not much longer in retrograde. Yeah, it's going to be, what day is it? Later in the month, Saturn goes direct. Let me check. November 27th. So that's a really good point, Jenny, because Saturn does rule karma, right? And we are under attack, and it has gone too far. We need to be really strong, as this darkness is absolutely desperate. We need to take care of ourselves. We need to take care of our loved ones. And as we go into this weekend, today, Friday, November 7th, Uranus re-enters Taurus. We have Venus square Pluto. This is a very tense moment. Very tense moment. We have the beautiful energies of course, the Sun trine the North Node this weekend. That'll be exact on Saturday. So our spiritual side, our spirituality is what we need to lean on. Prayer, meditation, remembering that we're not just bodies, we're not just minds, but we're spiritual beings here on earth at this time. And I saw somebody in the comments say, who was it here? Thank you, beautiful, compassionate starseeds. I don't know about you guys, but I believe I'm a starseed, and I don't think that makes me more special than other people. That's, I believe I'm on a mission. And I know a lot of you guys feel that too. We chose to be here during these times, these crazy ass times where all this darkness is coming to light. And we need to be strong in our physical body. This is like being in our spiritual warriorship. I believe we came here on mission. I believe we were called here. And we accepted a mission. And it's our destiny how far we want to go with that. Right? And so when there's craziness happening, the darkness wants you to fall. The darkness wants you to lose it and lose your shit and be upset for days and the rest of your life and not be strong and be disempowered and go into depression and to go into anxiety. That's what it wants. Whether it's the dark arts groups, whether it's energies that people are processing that we know in our personal lives that have that Wetiko. Have you guys ever heard of that before? Wetiko? Let me bring that up. The mind virus that plagues our world. We're going through an exorcism. We're going through a huge cleansing right now. Where, okay, like what just happened with these ostriches, there's no words for that. And for them and everybody that's been killed unjustly and everybody that's had their lives ruined unjustly, Instead of letting ourselves fall and losing our shit, we need to continue on in their honor. We need to continue on our starseed mission, and we cannot give in. We cannot give in because the light is so much more powerful than the darkness. Wetiko, there is a contagious psychospiritual disease of the soul, a parasite of the mind that is currently being acted out en masse on the world stage via a collective psychosis of titanic proportions. This mind virus, which Native Americans have called Wetiko, covertly operates through the unconscious blind spots in the human psyche, rendering people oblivious to their own madness and compelling them to act against their own best interests. This is what we're going through. And so we need to be in our top game. And astrologically, there's good news. We are not going into a dark age. I know that with all my being. We are stepping into a light age. And all this darkness coming up, and it's acting out, and it's desperate, and it's desperation. It's weakness. It's not powerful. So we need to not become robots. We need to feel the feelings when these things come up, right? But not let it get us down. Not let it ruin our vibe, not let it ruin our loosh, not take us off course. This is a time we need to stay on course. And it can kind of feel like we're going backwards. I'm going to be honest with you guys. From now, Friday, November 7th, as I'm filming this video, until January 26th, 2026, we've got all outer planets other than Pluto. He's in Aquarius. Neptune back in Pisces, Saturn back in Pisces, Uranus back in Taurus. We're cleaning up. There's a finishing. There's a, I'm hearing spirits say, a grand exposing going on. Let the exposure happen. And with this sun trine the North Node this weekend, remember your spiritual mission. What is your spiritual mission? Why did you come here? What are you sharing with the world? How can you be even more connected to spirit? It's very important not to fall into matrix traps at this time. And then on Sunday, Mercury goes retrograde. Oh, well, at least we've got the moon in Cancer this weekend and the sun trine North Node. That's good. It's just a lot. I'm seeing a lot of you guys in the comments saying, it's a lot. When is this going to be over? It's just thing after thing after thing. And this Mercury retrograde starting on Sunday, I'm going to do a whole separate video on that on Sunday. That'll be, let me bring this up. Sunday, November 9th at 8 p.m. No, sorry, 2 p.m. Eastern. Here it says 8 p.m. It's actually 8 p.m. is the Belgium time. It'll be 2 p.m. Eastern time. I'm going to do a special Mercury and Jupiter retrograde survival guide with the weekly astro weather. So I'll get really into the Mercury retrograde on that for the whole collective in each of the 12 signs. Of course, when Mercury goes retrograde, we want to double check, triple check everything, not make any major decisions. Not a good time to be traveling or signing important documents. Just, you know, battening down the hatches, paying attention. Samantha says a lot of dark energies in Canada right now, but we will not let them win, hoping more Canadians start to wake up. We will not let them win. That's right, Samantha. Let's pull some cards. What? Miss Invisible says, oh my God, that plane crash and Brussels airport closed? What? Brussels Zaventem Airport. That's like where Jens and I fly out of. Closed after drones spotted in airspace. Weird. I didn't hear about that. Okay, let's pull some cards for this weekend. What is our guidance, universe, for our highest good this weekend? Oh, something's falling out. What is falling out? Page of Cups. Two of Wands. Three of Wands. Interesting. The man in each of those cards looks very similar in all the cards. Four of Swords. That makes sense. Page of Cups. High sensitivity. Moon is going to be in Cancer. Sun trine the North Node in water signs. Honor your sensitivity. Again, very good for spiritual practices, healing, transmuting. And it's a time for rest. Isn't it interesting that Page of Cups with Two of Wands and Three of Wands? We're moving forward. We're charting a new course. We are the star seeds on mission. We do need to process what's going on. Four of Swords. Rest, recuperate, not go too heavy. I've been really feeling this lately. Like, oh, Murdoch said 1, 2, 3, 4. That's so true. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's crazy. Alignment. I've been really feeling this lately. Like, my body is needing more rest. And if I try to force it, my body's just like, stop, stop, stop. You need to take a break. You need to rest. Remember to take breaks. Remember to rest. Remember to get good sleep. The energy is shifting like crazy, and we are moving forward. We are moving forward. We are moving forward. And it's a big process. We're sensitive to it. We're coming out of this world where it's go, 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 and here's your schedule, and at this hour you're doing this, and at this time you have this appointment, and don't forget to eat your chia seeds, and blah, 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 blah. Being in the openness, that Page of Cups openness and vulnerability, and yeah, having a schedule and being grounded, but also allow for time where you're not doing anything. Right? Processing, processing, processing. And that moon at home in Cancer this weekend is really going to help us emotionally process, help us enjoy time at home with family members, with loved ones. I actually like the energy of this weekend. It's getting lighter. That Mars opposite Uranus is within a 4-degree orb. So thank God we're getting the fuck out of that. Excuse my language. What else? So much crazy stuff going on. God speaks in many mysterious ways. New angle of Ozempic executive collapsing in the Oval Office. Check this out.
We've been advancing science and creating high-value jobs. But today, oh, are you okay? Gordon, you okay?
It's kind of messed up. I'm laughing, but you know, what do you think when you're taking all that stuff and you're giving it to people and you're making millions of dollars off of it? Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Did I say crazy? Let's share some good news. I got a couple of good newses. Good newses? Good news. A couple of things that are good news. HHS Secretary RFK Jr., we're about to release dietary guidelines that are going to change food culture in this country. They're going to change the kinds of food the military gets. They're going to change the kind of food our children get. We're releasing those in December. This is very good news, if you ask me.
President Trump is the friend of the forgotten American. Obesity is a disease of poverty, overwhelmingly. And these drugs have only been available for people who have wealth. At one point, the majority of prescriptions, the highest concentration of prescriptions in this country was the Upper West Side of Manhattan. And what about the people who live in rural areas, who live in food deserts? What about the people in urban areas who live in food deserts and are suffering from obesity and are locked into that system where they can only get ultra-processed foods, which are aggravating the problem? This will be a lifesaver to them. It's not a panacea. It's not a silver bullet. President Trump has also instructed us to address and end the root causes of chronic disease, and we're doing that. We're about to release dietary guidelines that are going to change the food culture in this country. They're going to change the kind of food the military gets. They're going to change the kind of food that our children get. We're releasing those in December.
Yeah, and Chrissy says, thank God for food changes. It affects the learning of children and their health. Definitely, the food is our medicine. That's our number one medicine. Possible good news. Everybody pray for Canada right now if you want to. Please. We would really appreciate it. Some possible good news is that today, Friday, November 7th, at 5:45 p.m. Eastern Time, Mark Carney's government will face 2 confidence votes following Conservative and Bloc Québécois amendments to the costly Liberal budget. There could possibly be a Canadian election called today, within the next few days. Gratefully awake, yes. Prayers to all the Commonwealth countries, prayers to Canada, New Zealand, Australia, all of us. Let the people of these Commonwealth countries wake up. And the UK, all countries still under royal family rulership. Let's snap out of this. Okay, you guys, sorry for my Scorpio emotions at the beginning of the video. I just couldn't hold that in, and I hope that wasn't too distracting. Prayers to the whole world, love and light to all of you. Prayers to the ostriches, prayers to everyone, anyone, any being, human or animal or plant, that is suffering right now, that is going through major challenge. As we're in these times of great shift, we are going to get through this. We are so getting through this time. And I am so grateful to be alive right now. That's my affirmation. That's my life affirmation at the moment. In the good, in the bad, I am so grateful to be alive. I'm so grateful to have chose and to have been chosen to be here. It is the biggest blessing, I think, ever. So Love you all so much. Have an absolutely magical weekend. I'll see you on Sunday for my Mercury and Jupiter retrograde survival guide for all 12 signs. That'll be live at 2 p.m. Eastern. And love you. Honestly, I love you all. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. And really tune into your purpose and your heart this weekend in whatever ways resonate with you. And I'll see you all on the other side. Bye, everybody.